Hello. Sorry, I like bumped my mic right when I unmuted. Hello, hello. Happy, what day is it? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Jay. Welcome in. You finally caught a Sammy stream. I know it's been so long. I miss catching Jay streams, honestly. I miss the good old days. Welcome in. Hope everyone's doing okay. I couldn't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday because in my head I was totally gonna stream on Monday and then I didn't. Not for any particular reason. I think it just didn't end up happening. But here I am. Let's see, I think last stream was over the weekend and we did some Ironmouse art. We started off on some Ironmouse art, which was really, really exciting. And I actually didn't even realize until after I ended stream that her anniversary stream was yesterday. So I was like, dang, I should have maybe locked in a little more and finished it before then. But that's okay. Better late than never. It's never a bad time for art. Let me get some music going also. Let me know if the volume is okay. Here, let's do something a little happier. Some Ghibli covers. Oh man, J streams are not happening at the moment because I'm so busy. Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Life happens. Soon, hopefully. I'm excited to watch you draw while I crochet. I hope you enjoy crocheting. For those who don't know, Jay does really, really cute crochet like projects and plushies and stuff. I still have the cat one that you did for my little kitty Cassie. Um, Yeah, her first collar is on that plushie because she outgrew it, and actually recently she outgrew the bandana that we've had on her since then. So I'm probably gonna put that on the plushie next. But yeah, we're just gonna get into some art. That's so cute, OMG. Yeah, like I didn't even intend for it to work out that way, but like I'm like, wow, this is like perfect to just put all her old like little accessories, and like it's so cute. I'll take a picture and send it to you at some point. But yeah, anywho, yeah, let me get my iPad on, and I really like this like little screen that I made with the reflection. I literally set that up last stream, so it is a very new thing. But yeah, this is pretty much where we left off last time. We did the line art and we colored and rendered her eyes. And so we're probably just gonna move on from there. Yes, please. I love seeing updates. Yeah, you should be very proud of your work. Your plushies and everything. They're just so cute. I might have to commission you for another one sometime soon. I don't know what of, but I feel like I'm overdue. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just gonna get color and we're just gonna chill. I was worried I would be a little bit stressed out today because we had another like planning meeting with our venue for our wedding. So, and recently, like every time anything wedding related comes up, it sends me like spiraling a little bit. Like it puts me into a very panicky mood where it just feels like there's 100 things to do, but like also nothing to do in that exact moment. But yeah, the meeting made me feel a lot better. It felt like everything's coming into place. We have a meeting with our DJ tomorrow to figure out like music and stuff, which is really exciting. Um, and I'm really grateful to all the vendors that we've been working with because they're very good about like organizing everything for you and telling you what you need to think about instead of just being like, oh, what are your ideas for this? And then like, I don't know, they work really well with people like me who have no idea what I want. Yeah, we've got food and stuff taken care of. We have like a few little things to still make some decisions on. A couple more contracts that need to be like finalized, but yeah. I do dolls now as well, like people's OCs. Ooh, that's really cool. Let's see. Uh, when I got married last year, I felt that it's very overwhelming. Yeah, we're into the last what 2 months, like a little over a month and a half, and like it's getting to the point where everything starts happening all at once, or like it feels like everything's happening at once. So a little bit overwhelming. So I feel like when it comes to streaming, it'll kind of just be whenever I don't feel like I'm in a panicky mood. Yeah, I know I've mentioned before, but like one of my coworkers is getting married. I think a couple weeks before I am, and I was asking him like, "Oh, how's wedding planning going?" He's like, "Oh, honestly, my fiance is taking care of most of it." And I'm like, "Man, I cannot imagine doing all this by myself." Because luckily Kai's been very like Kai and I are pretty 50-50 on all the work and planning that's been going into all of this, which I'm super grateful for, especially as I hear like other people that we know who are getting married who are like this one partner always who's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm just letting her make the decisions." Like even there was this like event that our venue hosted. They host an event periodically so that people can like try their food and meet their vendors and like everyone can just talk in person. So there's like a lot of other um, couples there who are about to get married. And we talked to one couple and I was like, "Oh yeah, how's planning going for you?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's really stressful." And then the bride was like, "Oh, but not for him." And I was like, "Oh, is he like I don't know, more like level headed?" And she's like, "Oh, he has no idea what's going on so far. He's just kind of there." And I'm like, "Oh, that's really odd to me." Obviously, everyone's dynamic is different. Like, I know some cultures it's like kind of normal for just one partner to do most of the planning, the other kind of just shows up. Or when I say that, I mean I have learned that this year. But yeah. Zach was very involved as well. It took a lot of stress off for sure. Yeah, that's good. I couldn't imagine doing something like that solo, especially with what the wedding means. Yeah, like I feel like the whole point of a wedding is like starting your like partnership together. Like you guys are like together now, so like you guys are a team. And I feel like the whole wedding planning process has been like a very good example of that, I guess, if that makes sense. So it's really weird to me when people are like, "Oh yeah, all the planning is on like one person's plate and the other person's just gonna show up day of." When's the date if you're sharing? I'd love to make a wedding present for you guys. Aw, that's really thoughtful of you. Don't feel pressured. It's gonna be sorry, late September, so the 27th. Yeah, which is I was trying to count the number of weeks left. 1, 2, 3, 4, however many that is. But yeah, September 27th is the magical date. OMG, is it really? Oh my god! Happy birthday! Oh my goodness! Wait, that's a crazy coincidence. Okay, well, I'll have to do some kind of birthday present for you too then. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I'm never gonna forget your birthday again. I think one of our vendors actually is also they're a kind of small drink vendor. Like they do it's kind of like boba but like or like boba style drinks but like they're like Vietnamese and so we're catering is that the right word for drinks? I don't know. But we're getting drinks from them for the wedding and one of the co-owners, her birthday is also the same day. I'll definitely remember then. I'll send you something if that's okay. Oh, that's really thoughtful of you. If you want to, sure, but again, don't feel pressured to. I don't want you to feel like obligated or anything. But yeah, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Let's see. There was something that I just saw on here. Right here. Yeah, happy early birthday. Super early birthday, I guess. We still got a month and a half ish, but yeah. Oh, I know I'm gonna start like panicking when we get to September, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting married this month. It's already kind of hitting me a little bit. Where like, it's like, oh, select your wedding date on the calendar, and I have to only click the month like arrow one time, and then it's right there. Oh, scary. But it's exciting. It's like exciting scary. Every time I say I'm nervous, my dad's like, "No, don't be nervous. It's fun. It's not a nervous thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm a nervous person, so everything's a nervous thing for me." There is no such thing as not a nervous thing in my books. Whoa, wrong color. My goodness. Okay, there we go. That's right. Yeah, if there's any remote reason to panic, I will find that reason and then panic. Even if there's no reason to panic, I will probably panic. Like, it's a silly thing, but also I'm kind of like, I'm planning this whole wedding. The whole thing is gonna be, me and Kai. And then it dawned on me that I have never been a fan of being the center of attention. And that is pretty much the whole theme of the day, is all the attention is on us. But it'll be fine. We'll be good. I'm the same way. Zach is very chill and has an "it is what it is" mentality. Yeah, that feels like Kai. I mean, he's like worried enough about stuff to like be really on top of it, but he's much better at being level-headed. Whereas I'm like, things get like mildly overwhelming, and then I'm like, okay, I need to take a quick break to just like let it out and cry. Not like a bad cry either, just like lots of emotions. Or like I'll be told like um oh, like just take things one step at a time. But like if I think about one thing, then it spirals because that one thing is linked to another thing, which is linked to another thing, and suddenly I'm thinking about 100 things at the same time. And that has pretty much been the wedding planning process. I'm like, man, eloping would have been so much easier. But it'll also be really fun. We got like all our RSVPs in pretty much now. So we have our final count of who's coming and who's not. We gotta figure out like seating charts and stuff next. I saw this like hack on TikTok, or like this like method people use where they have paper plates and clothespins, and they put everyone's names on clothespins and just pin it onto the plates, and that's like kind of the faux tables. And I think we're gonna do that to try to figure out who to sit with who. Which at first I was like, oh, it'll be pretty straightforward, but then I was like, there's always like drama or like family history that you don't want to open up. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should sit down with my parents and be like, who can I sit with who? Because even when we were talking about the guest list, they were like, oh yeah, so and so used to date so and so they shouldn't sit together. And I was like, oh, I did not know that. You're explaining me to a T. I'm glad you can relate to this. I'm glad I'm not crazy for feeling the ways that I'm feeling now. If it makes you feel any better with you describing it nearly exactly how I felt the day of is so much less anxiety inducing, that's really good to hear. Because so far everyone's been just telling me like, oh, relax, it'll be fine. Or like, I think my supervisor was like, oh yeah, I've heard it only gets worse. Or like, not like heard, but he was like, I feel like it just gets more and more stressful. And I'm like, oh, that's scary. But I'm glad to hear someone who shares my feelings and you know, had a good time. Not that I don't expect to have a good time, but it is comforting to hear out loud, or I guess in text, but close enough. Where are we at? We got pretty much all her skin showing colors. Okay, let's do her hair. Let's fill in her hair. We're just gonna get all these base colors in all at once and then go from there. One step at a time. Sometimes if I like, sometimes I'll just get bored, or not bored, I'll get distracted and I'll fill in like 90% of the base colors and then just be like, you know what, I'll just render it and then fill in the rest later. And then like my process gets like all jumbled and I can't remember what I've colored and rendered and which ones I haven't. Lee, welcome in. Oh, Cogito? Cogito? Ergo sum. I think so, therefore I am. Welcome in, Lee. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a fun daily redeem if you want, like a little daily doodle. It's just a little check-in redeem. But yeah, we had a very low-key wedding, open seating, just family with a few friends, and I was so anxious until the day. I think that's what I was originally gonna go for, but I'm like one of the first weddings on at least my side of the family in our generation, and so my mom was very excited at the idea of getting all her like cousins and their families together. And at first I was kind of hesitant, but I was like, you know what? Like they're helping pay for the wedding and I don't really mind having them. So it kind of turned into like a slightly bigger thing than I anticipated. Not a bad thing. I think it'll be really exciting to see like distant relatives. But yeah, it definitely is a lot more people than I think I would have like initially planned for. But I think it's gonna go well because I know like everyone, I've met everyone at some point probably. Not necessarily enough to remember who's who, but enough to be like, okay, there's no one that I don't like get along with or anything or like have bad blood with. Like everyone's on good terms as far as I know. So like if anything, all the drama within my family is like close enough to like my immediate family where I know who's gonna cause drama, and ironically a lot of the drama kind of sorted itself out, so it works out. See, the game I have, the oh, I've lost track of track of chat. Words are hard today, oh my goodness. A game I really wanted to play was ported to Xbox, so I got it and have been having fun with it. Ooh, that sounds exciting. It's called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That sounds like, oh, my model broke. Well, that sounds kind of scary. That's like some kind of claustrophobia, I feel like. We also had a fun thing at the beginning of the ceremony that I don't know if it would fit your vibe, but I'll say it anyways. My uncle officiated the wedding, and we had him pause and say, "Hold on, I need a drink." And everyone in the wedding party, including Zach, took out little shooters, and my uncle pulled out a customized flask we gifted him. It was a key part of helping the anxiety go down. That sounds really fun. We have a friend of ours officiating our wedding, so yeah, we were telling him, yeah, let's keep it kind of like light but not too lighthearted, if that makes sense, and then like it'll kind of ease everyone's nerves. Sammy's mouth froze. It looked like she had filled lips. Yeah, my model just kind of gave up for a minute, but that's okay. I'll DM the pic for giggles. Oh yeah, I'll take a look at it later. The quote I said is from the game. Ah, I see. The I think therefore I am kind of vibe. Alright. What's the game about? I have no mouth, but I must scream. It sounds very like the vibe I get is like horror, but I feel like that's not necessarily, like, I could be wrong. I just feel like if I wanted to scream and I had no mouth, I would be very scared. Personally. But that's just me. Okay, I think this is also part of the bad thing about having gone a few days without working on this is I can't exactly remember what all the lines are. Like, I can figure it out probably, but it's not as like intuitive, I guess. Okay, there's that. I wasn't gonna split this into a bunch of layers, but I think I will anyways. You should play it. It's $2 on Steam. Oh, and your PC should be able to run it as long as it's a couple years old. 1998. 1998 is more than a couple years. The game is an adaptation of a short novel of the same name. Ooh, I see. That sounds fun. A couple from 1998, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what do you mean a couple years? There's been like, there's a trend going around on TikTok where people are like, oh, post whatever the #1 song was from the day that you were born. And there are kids on TikTok who are like, they're picking songs, or they have songs that we were dancing to in middle school and stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness, these kids are making me feel real old. I'm not a fan. Like, what do you mean you were born in 2012? You shouldn't be. You're old enough to read? You're old enough to be on the internet? What do you mean? You know what else made me feel really old recently? Is one of my cousins. She's much younger than me. I found her on Instagram, which I was like, oh yeah, I guess she's starting to get to that age where she uses social media. Like, that makes sense. And you know how people have like their high school graduation year in their bio sometimes? Like, oh, whatever high school, class of whatever. Why did it say class of 2030? Why? Why is her high school graduation year so. Uh, what do you mean class of 2030? That shouldn't exist yet, right? Ah. The book is the book is from 1968. The book is considered to be one of the first sci-fi horror, and lots of works are based off of it. Unpretty by TLC was mine. Ooh, I'll have to look up what that one is. That's crazy. I was 2018, man. Oh my gosh, yeah, I was class of. Yeah, I think you're a couple years younger than me then. I think I was 16. Yeah, that's wild. I'm like, uh, Class of 2030. I can't get over that. I literally saw that like this morning and I still keep thinking about it. I guess I also remember when she was a baby, so it makes sense. Basically, the plot is an AI gains sentience and hates humanity because he was jealous of humans, as he was stuck in wires and circuits. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I can't read, I can't speak. I was totally like, I'm in a perfect streaming mood, but apparently I'm illiterate today. We're getting old. You can say that again. I'm feeling old. Stuck in wires and circuits. Oh, okay. Sorry, it took me a second to process what I just read. I read it out loud, and my brain is apparently short-circuiting too. Soon, if it keeps the trajectory that it is right now, honestly, yeah, that's just fast forward like 50 years, and that'll be our future. If he kills all humans besides 5, he keeps alive indefinitely just to torture and relish in their agony. Oh, that sounds kind of dark. So I was kind of close when I said maybe horror-ish. Hi, Viet Beast. Welcome in. Welcome in. Da, 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 da. What was I doing? Oh, okay. I just finished the hair. Let's keep the pink going. We'll color her clothes next. We'll keep a pink. Well, maybe a slightly lighter pink. Her hair also has that purple, but I'll come back to it. Okay, I'm gonna start with this top part, which actually I think might be pretty much, like, aside from her jacket, it's just this that's pink, because everything else is like that leather material. She had that new outfit debut yesterday for her 8th anniversary, which was really cool. And her Rig Mama actually was one of the first, I guess, independent VTubers that I watched. Her and Celia are 2 VTuber riggers that I watched not pretty early on, from like how relative to me watching things. I didn't really get super into VTubers until Hololive, which is funny because I actually don't watch much Hololive anymore. Not for any particular reason. It just doesn't come up for me as much as it used to. But yeah, Twin Tails is the one who does most of her models, or rigs most of Ironmouse's models. So I saw this model while she was working on it. And I was telling Kai, like, man, this is always how I find out that Ironmouse has a new model coming up. It's never from Ironmouse's like notifications and stuff. It's always I pop into Twin streams and she's working on another mousy model. You should play it, peak game. It's so cute. I love your face art style. Oh, thank you. I feel like I've like gradually gotten better over the years, but I feel like I'm always gonna just like feel like I have room for improvement and then want to keep working my way up or making changes. But thank you. I'm very flattered. I was friends with Twin back in the day. Fun fact. Oh, really? Bebit introduced me and I chatted a few times. Oh, that's really cool. I doubt she remembers me. Maybe, you never know. But yeah, I know her circle has grown a lot. Like she seems really cool. Her streams never work out time zone wise for me to like really catch most of the time, so it's not usually very common that I can catch her streams live. But yeah, the most recent time that I did, she was working on Mousie's 8th anniversary model, and then she had like some of the funny face toggles on, which was funny because then I went into Mouse's outfit debut like stream where she was showing it off, and then she had a funny face on then too. Yeah, I think I came across Twin because I was watching Celia, and I had seen some of Celia's rigging tutorials back when I was like watching a bunch of tutorials to learn how to rig Mochi and Kaihane. So I was watching Celia, and then Twin came up in her chat, and she was like, "Oh yeah, everything I know I learned from Twin," and so I went and checked out her streams, and then yeah, those were like the first 2 that I followed outside of Hololive. Oh, I have hiccups. Oh, this always happens at some point or another. I feel like in most of the streams that I've done, I get hiccups. And I don't know if it's because it's like always like right after dinner time. But like even if I wait a little bit before I stream, like between eating and streaming, I still get hiccups at some point. Maybe it's just the talking. Maybe talking so much just gives me hiccups. I guess that would make sense. It's not like I normally talk a lot, so I guess streaming and then talking a lot is like a change in pace for my tummy. Internet journeys are always so fascinating to me. Yeah, it's always so interesting. Even some of the people in like chats of like streamers I watch, or like even my own chatter, sometimes I'm like, where did I first meet you? Because a lot of my chatters are people that I've seen in other chats. Because I feel like before I started streaming, and even now, I feel like I'm just a serial lurker. I hang out in other people's streams and stuff, and then I meet people that way. But there's some people where I'm like, where did you come from again? How did I meet you? Yeah, like there's a few communities that I feel like I always like link it back to, but it's always so interesting. Like the internet world is like so vast, but somehow like much smaller than you think. Or like I'll be watching a streamer and then another streamer that I recognize will raid into that stream and I'm like, oh my gosh, I recognize all these community members. I'm a serial lurker, but I remember I met you through Mochi because I rated him because I found his model art so unique and I loved it. Ah, yeah. I was back with my old design. Yeah, I remember your old design. I actually still, I think in my color palettes, let's see, on here, I hope I don't have anything like, look, I have, this was the color palette that I used for your first model. Like, or not your first model, but like your old design. This is what I used when I did your old panels. So I had all these, so I would use all the same colors. OMG, old palette, yeah. These are pretty much all people that I've done like commissions for, like emotes, models, and stuff. That's Hatsune Miku. There's a couple other things, but yeah. That's crazy. I was thinking about that and I was like, wait a second. This is familiar because I accidentally scroll to it all the time. Yeah, I should organize those, but at this point I feel like I want to keep like all the old palettes just for like sentimental reasons. I'm like, I'm attached to them now. I put this on the wrong layer, but that's okay. We'll put this here. Yeah, it's like a memory book. Wait, I just realized, have I not gotten art from you with my new model? I don't think I've done art for you, but I did some animations for you with your new model. So I did like your starting screen animations and I animated some emotes for you, but I technically didn't do art for those. I think I might have done fan art of your new model at some point, but I'm not sure if I ever actually like made a palette in here for that because it was just one thing. Right, I remember that. Damn, gotta get new art now. When you come back, I'll be there and I'll be ready with some art. Maybe, we'll see. I'll try. There's actually another streamer that I want to make art for this week. She's doing a birthday like marathon stream this weekend, and she actually invited me to hang out with her on stream. But she's on the East Coast, so she's in on East Coast time, and all the time slots that she had like on her Google form where she was getting people's availability, they all didn't work for me because I'm busy this weekend, and then I think all her weekday ones, they're all like during work hours for me. So I was like, oh no, I'm so sad I can't make it to the birthday like stream, like at least like in streaming format. um so I was like, okay, I'll do birthday art instead. So I think that's something else I do want to do this week is do some art for her, because yeah, it's someone that I've followed for quite a long time, but I didn't even realize till very recently that I haven't done any art of her, which is very odd for me because I feel like a lot of times like I get really into a streamer and I at some point try to make time to do fan art if I can. But I was like, oh my gosh, I've never drawn you before. But yeah, if you guys know Miss Stella Constella, I played Infinity Nikki with her a few months ago, I think. But yeah, she's doing a birthday stream this weekend, so be sure to check her out. I'm Central. I get the pain. Most people I know are PST. Yeah, I'm PST. I feel like everyone I know is either. I mean, there's a few PST. I mean, I guess mostly PST here, but outside of PST, it's a lot of East Coast and a few in Australia. I think partially because Vanilla Mochi used to stream a little late sometimes, so it would kind of dip into the Australian time zones a little bit. Because I think that's kind of the one that comes after us, is like. Or not like right after. I don't know actually. It's either that or like morning time for them by the time we're ending, but I feel like it's like if you end like really late here, like 1 something here, it's like getting to after work hours in Australia or something. But yeah, time zones are a curse. Oh wait, the choker is like a hot pink almost. Not quite hot pink, but like somewhere over here. Which I will probably use that color for her jacket as well. I'll just erase that little part. Yeah, time zones are tough though. You know what I found out? I actually didn't fact check this, but someone told me that all of China is in one time zone. And that's kind of crazy to me, because like then you have some places in the world where it's like super dark, super early, and vice versa, or something like that. Because like geographically, I feel like China takes up a lot of, like, I don't know, it's very wide. I feel like I think Kai is raging at his game. I'm not sure what he's playing right now, but I just heard something through my headphones. If you heard anything, no, you didn't. It's okay, it happens. There's a thin wall between us. Not like, yeah, like literally just a physical wall. We heard him too. I mean, no, we didn't. I think a little while ago, someone suggested I make a command for a counter for like how many times we've heard Kai in the background. It's not super accurate because like we just started it and half the time we forget the command is there, but yeah, we sometimes like to keep a tally of how many times we've heard Kai. I always clip it too. There's a whole bunch of clips on my page of just times that Kai has been randomly audible. What was it? A few streams ago, I think we heard him singing something from K-pop Demon Hunters. I think it was How It's Done. But yeah, you hear little random things now and then. Nothing too crazy, just occasional like raging at League or whatever he may be playing at that particular moment. Oh, I just realized I think her nail polish on this hand is actually not black. It looks like it's that pink color again. Maybe slightly more red. But let's fill this in first. And then yeah, like her, if I can zoom, this hand is black nail polish, but this hand's actually like a reddish color. So let's change that. Let's do that. Maybe make it a little more red, a little more bright. Something like that. There we go. Cool. And under here, let's use the same color. Why not? The same pink color. It's a nice color. On the other hand, Art Fight ended at the beginning of this month. Art Fight normally goes for the month of July. And I had so many like character references bookmarked because I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get as much art done as I can for Art Fight this year. And I ended up only doing one attack, which I won't lie, I wasn't expecting to get a lot done. I was hoping to get a little more than that done, but was to be expected because I was like, I'm probably gonna be busy. There's probably gonna be a lot going on. I was surprised I got one done to an extent, but also I was really hoping I could get at least like 2 or 3. Oops, I forgot that needs to be on its own. Let's put it here. Yeah, because last year was the first time I participated in Art Fight, and I got like 10 attacks done, which was more than I expected. But this year, things happen. And by things, I mean, I got a wedding to plan. So, yeah. But you know what that means? I'll have a lot more to work with next year for Art Fight. We got more stuff for our favors in. So I had worked on trading cards as part of our wedding favors. Oops, I missed part of this. And the rest of them came in yesterday. So probably sometime soon we can start packing up the packs and like it'll be really exciting. We'll have booster packs for our wedding. I had this idea of doing like, what would you call them? Like expansion packs every anniversary. Like we add a few more cards. I think that would be a really fun, cute idea. But yeah, at some point I'll show them off and stuff. I posted a little video about them on TikTok and people were like, oh my gosh, I want to see. And I was like, I should probably wait till after the wedding to do that. Booster packs for the wedding? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think you were here early on when I was streaming, but yeah, we are doing trading cards for the wedding. So I drew a whole bunch of cards and stuff. Yeah, just fun little things. And the rest of them came in the mail because I ordered them from a manufacturer because there's so many cards. I was lurking since the beginning. Oh yeah, I meant like earlier in the year, like when I first started streaming, like ever. I think the first few streams I worked on some art for the trading cards, which all the VODs are on YouTube if you're interested. I should organize my Twitch VODs. So the videos I sent you were relevant. Yeah. I think I don't know if I ever respond. I was gonna respond with like the eyes emoji. I wanna see. I'll send you a picture. Well, maybe I'll send you pictures when we like put them all together. We gotta like count the cards and stuff and make sure we have enough. But I'll keep you updated because it's very exciting. Or I can be mean and have you wait until the wedding. For those who don't know, Skittles is my cousin, so she's gonna be at my wedding. Yeah, so yeah, we have a whole bunch of cards, and I was like toying with the idea of like, oh, maybe each anniversary we can like make some more cards or something. But anyways, yeah, it was just for funsies. I felt like it would be a cool favor idea because so many people we know are also really into like trading cards and stuff. If you want any help, let me know. I will definitely let you know if we need help. Although I will say a lot of people keep offering, so we're getting to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone is like, yeah, it's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, if that makes sense. Kai Hane, hello. Welcome in. We've been yapping about wedding stuff. Oh, hello.
What's up, gang?
What's up? How are you? We were talking about how you were raging at something earlier.
Bro, they're so ass!
What are you even playing right now?
I don't know. Wee Wee.
You don't know what you're playing?
Wee Wee.
Oh, League of Legends.
Now we're about to play Major League. Sorry, I don't want to hijack your stream. You got it.
Thanks. I hope you have fun and don't rage too hard and try not to be toxic.
Did hijack your water. Thank
Did you drink all of it?
you. Maybe.
Oh, my water. Oh,
My water broke.
Hey, that's different. Kai's getting me more water. A suggestion you have to do is make a time capsule. Ooh, that is a good idea. We had a little part of the gift table. Kai, I'm trying to read something kind of. I'm trying to read a wedding suggestion from Jay. You're ruining the vibe. A suggestion you have to do is make a time capsule. We had a little part of the gift table with a box and little notepads. We had our family and friends write notes for us to read on our 10th anniversary, including us writing notes to each other that we. Oh, that is a good idea. We should do that. Yeah. We were literally because we had. Yeah, we had a meeting with our venue, and they were asking about like, oh, what kind of stuff do you want on your wedding, like on your welcome table? And I was like, like guest book, photos, welcome sign. What else would go on there? But that's a really good idea. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to note that down. Thanks, Jay. I like that. Speaking of time capsules, I just realized I think actually no, I think there's still time. My 7th grade class, we did like little DIY time capsules in 7th grade, but I think it was for like a 20 years. Wait, 20 years? Was it 15, 20 years? Something like that. I have to look for. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I love time capsules. You can obviously open it on any anniversary, but we decided on 10th because we're hoping to have kids old enough to sit and read them with us. That's a good idea. I think 10's a good number. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Might have to steal that idea. We'll probably talk about it, see which anniversary we want to do, but ooh, I like it. Speaking of weddings, our brother's wedding invite finally came and they're all discussing the required dress attire of light blue or khaki. Oh, or light blue and khaki. Is it like all the guests wear light blue and khaki? I've seen weddings like that, or like where they have everyone wear like pink or something. I always feel like if I tried to do that, there would be at least some relatives who didn't quite understand the instruction. But interesting. That sounds really cool, actually, though. I'm sure that'll look really good in photos. I'm gonna drink some water really quick. I've been talking a lot. We had casual, lots were sundresses and jeans with button-ups. I see. That sounds fun. I feel like if I told my family casual, they would go like really casual. Not all of them. I feel like some of them would be like, oh, we still need to look kind of nice. But I definitely have some relatives that I feel like would be like, okay, I'm gonna wear a graphic t-shirt and like short shorts or something. Which like if I said casual, I probably like would be like whatever, but that sounds really cute, like the sundresses and stuff, sundress aesthetic. I think my siblings, my sisters at least, are really into dressing up and stuff. So I don't even think they would like let me do something like that. They'd be like, "No, this is our perfect excuse to like dress up and look pretty and get dolled up." So yeah, that's probably one thing that they wouldn't let me do. If I like really really wanted to, I think they'd be okay with it. But there would definitely be a lot of trying to convince me. They've been very helpful with me because I'm really bad at like hair, makeup, clothes, all that stuff. So I kind of get their opinion on like literally everything. I guess like church picnic casual for most people. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a picture. One of my favorite pictures of my little brother is from like I don't know, like 10, 12 years ago maybe, when we were on some vacation and there was like this like kind of fancy-ish dinner that we had where the dress code was semi-formal and he was probably like 10 at oldest, probably younger than 10. And he was like, "Oh, what does semi-formal mean?" We're like, "Oh, semi means like half, so like kind of formal, but not all the way, like half, quote unquote, half formal." Uh, and then, um, and so he dressed himself, which was our first mistake, was letting him dress himself. And he steps out, and he literally took that half formal, semi formal, literally. He was wearing a graphic t shirt. No, he was wearing a collared shirt, basketball shorts, basketball like high socks, and then dress shoes. So every other piece of clothing was like nice, quote unquote, and the other half was literally what he wears to the park. And so he like struck a pose, and I took a picture, and so that was like my favorite picture. That's my favorite picture of him right now. I'm not a fancy person. My wedding was very much not fancy. Yeah, I'm also not a fancy person, but I think because of that, I was like, okay, this is probably the one time that I think I'll like really lead into being like kind of like getting dolled up and stuff and everything. Business casual, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, business casual. I see the vision. Oh no, yeah. It was funny. It's a funny memory. We made him change, of course, but yeah, it's favorited on my camera roll. Every time the topic of like dress codes come up, I almost always bring up that picture. It's so good. Let me start grouping these. I feel like I have too many just like random layers floating around. We can organize into sub layers after that, or at some point later. Fireball?
Fireball! Wormhole!
I assume that's from
I'm about to play Mage Arena.
Mage Arena? I don't know what that is, but have fun.
You speak to cast spells.
Oh, you speak to cast. You should stream that. That would be funny.
Mario Kart. Fireball!
Fireball!
Freeze!
Let's play it. Not right now.
It's $3.
It's $3?
Yeah.
Is it a single player game?
No, it's 4v4 PvP.
Ah. That would be a fun stream. Do you wanna play it with me?
I think so.
That would be fun.
I think I'd rage.
You would rage?
Oh, for sure.
Well, it's not like my chatters don't hear you rage anyways, so. Okay. This is one of those days that I keep getting distracted from the drawing. But that's okay. It's like fun distractions. We did ours at a local farm because we love animals, and people were petting and feeding goats and various farm animals during the cocktail hour while we took pictures. That sounds really fun. Oh my gosh, I love animals. Unfortunately, I feel like my family has too many like animal allergies. Like our best man is like severely allergic to cats, which is really funny because we have a cat. But yeah, he like actually gets to the point where he can't breathe. And we found out the hard way that one of our cousins also is pretty allergic to cats, because he came over and his eyes were like practically swollen shut, and we're like, okay, maybe we should like go somewhere else to hang out, because they had come over to our apartment and then realized that he was not really having a good time. So yeah, we have a lot of animal allergies. Otherwise, I think that would be so fun. Our 4 dogs were in the wedding, and we had the flower girl, ring bearer, and mini bride and groom. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, I don't think our cat has enough discipline to be part of the wedding, honestly. But also, I think our venue has like a no animals policy, probably because of allergies. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna close the door. Kai's playing that voice activated game, so it might get a little loud. Okie dokie. Okay. That's really cute though. The other thing with our flower girls and ring bearers are a little bit older than like typical flower girls and ring bearers. I think our oldest ring bearer, he just turned 13. So they're a little bit on the older side because there's not a whole lot of kids in our family right now. But the hard part about that is they're growing really, really fast right now. So we've been trying to put off getting the clothes as late as we can. We just got the flower girl dresses in though, which is really exciting. So they're gonna try it on this weekend, and we're gonna pick out a suit for our other ring bearer this weekend. But yeah, like that's the biggest issue we've had so far is like, when do we get their clothes if they're growing like 2 inches a week right now? I sent you a picture of the table with the time capsule and of the doggies. Oh, okay. Thank you for all the inspo pictures. Oh my gosh. Sorry if I'm distracting you from what you were working on, by the way. This is very fun though, and this is very helpful, so I appreciate it. I want to separate these to another layer. Oops, this one. Yeah, it's always very helpful and very cool to see other people who have like gotten married recently or like talk to people who are getting married. That was kind of like a wild feeling for me was up until now I've been seeing all the videos that are like, oh, calling all 2025 brides, or like, oh, here's some tips for 2025 brides. And then recently I started seeing a lot of, hey, calling all 2026 brides, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are we already at that point? Like, it makes sense that we're at that point, but it was kind of a bit of an oh shit moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, the next year's worth of brides are coming in. My time is almost up. My bridal era is almost over. Which I don't mind, but I will admit it has been very fun going through all this. You're more than welcome to DM me anytime to ask questions or just talk. It seems like you're having a very similar experience to me. Will do. If I start to crash out too hard, maybe I'll reach out and be like, hey, is it normal to feel like this? But it's very validating to hear someone who's kind of going through, or who has gone through kind of similar stuff. Wow, pretty solid. Okay, let me get that purple section of her hair in really quick, and then maybe we can take a break after that, and then when we come back we can start rendering all of this. But first, let's see, how do we want to do this? Because hers starts kind of in the middle of her head. I can start with that, and then if I don't like that, I can adjust a bit. Oh, I don't know if I like that line. Hang on. I don't name any of my layers. It's a bit of a problem. Okay, somewhere here. Right here. This is very lumpy. There we go. That's better. Alright, and then back to this. Back to our purple. But yeah, this is super fun as a stress relief date for the big day. Oh, one more suggestion. We went to Pottery Hollow and painted our own plates to eat on, and we're eating on the plates for every anniversary. We go to a special restaurant and then they plated our food on the plates for us. Oh, that's really cool. Maybe we'll do that. I know we've like sometimes considered going to like Color Me Mine and doing something like kind of similar. I've seen a lot of people do the anniversary plates, but yeah, I totally forgot about that. At the very least, you're right. It would make a really good date idea. I will definitely keep that in mind. Man, a lot of my lines were like really lumpy from last time, apparently. Alright. Cool, we've got our base colors, which luckily were pretty simple. I mean, there's kind of like patterns on her shirt top thing, too. But I think we can probably just add that after. Oh, she's got a tattoo, too. But I guess it's like a booby tattoo. Not booby, but like booby. But I guess that's covered anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. OMG, it's Salmonator. Hi, Blanket. How are you? Funny timing, because I think I'm going to take a quick break, grab some water, stretch a little bit, and then when we come back, we can keep rendering, or we can start rendering all of this. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty solid. I didn't put these wings from her shoulder, but I think that's okay. The other thing I do want to do, which I put on the sketch, was kind of, so the idea that I had here was that she's holding up these three fingers, and then I was gonna like kind of put sort of like an autograph on here, or like it'll say like mouse, except I'll try to make it look a little nicer. But yeah, that's kind of the idea that I've got going. That's actually not that bad. But anyways, in the meantime, let's take a quick break. I'm good, that's good. Let's see, we also passed around the ring box for the family and friends to hold and bless during the ceremony. It's sometimes called a ring warming. Ooh, I've never seen that, but maybe I'll look into it. Very cool. That's a cute idea, thanks. I don't even know why I thought of it. I was just like throwing things onto the paper, or onto the screen in this case, and then was like, this would be kind of neat. But anyways, let me put a timer up. Let's take a no, yeah, 10. Let's take a 10-minute break. Give everyone time to use the bathroom. Grab a snack if you need to. Grab some water, and by everyone I mean me, because I kind of need to use the bathroom. But yeah, we'll take a break. Everyone, make sure to stretch and stuff. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Grandma Sammy. Grandma? I'm not that old. Anyways, I'm back. Alright. Hope everyone had a nice break. Went to the bathroom, drank some water, stretched, which is exactly what I said I was gonna do, so I'm pretty predictable. I browsed Twitter, watched a couple TikToks, and then, yeah, now we're back. Gonna get to rendering Mousy now. Alright. I always start with the skin and stuff, like her face, so I will probably just dive right into that. Yeah, I went to check on Kai playing his game. It was a lot of fireball, fireball. I'm sad, I gotta go to bed here in a few. Oh, don't be sad. Get lots of rest. Make sure you get lots of rest, and I hope you know, get lots of sleep and stuff. Yeah, I'll be around. We'll be in touch. And when you get back to streaming one day, if you ever decide to, I'll be there too. Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling though. Sometimes I'm like, man, I really want to, like, some of my favorite creators, or like, not necessarily my favorite creators, but there's a lot of creators that I enjoy watching that are in like later time zones, and I'm like, man, I would love to stay, but I'm like completely dozing off as it is. But don't worry, thank you for stopping by, even if you do have to go to bed. Your presence is always enjoyable. I'll keep lurking when I get ready for bed, and I'll keep lurking when I can. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that a whole lot. Yeah. Have a good night if you end up going to sleep before. Yeah. Before. I don't know before what. I don't know what the sentence that was coming out of my mouth was supposed to be. Good night, Sammy in chat. Yeah, good night, Jay. Enjoy your lurk and enjoy your sleep, and we'll talk to you next time. Good night. Yeah. That goes to everyone. Don't ever feel like you like have to stay. Just even the lurkers, I very much appreciate. I know I posted some I posted that video about like it was the zipline sound, you know, the one where it's like I feel like you're just here for the zipline. It was like me at my lurkers. I feel like you're just here for the channel points. But yeah, everyone say goodnight to Jay. Get lots of rest. Let's see, let's turn on the drawing assist really quick because I feel like I want to do... Actually, no. I don't want to do that. Ooh, maybe I do want to do some kind of eyeshadow thing though. I found my old Reimu art, Reimu Endo, and I did like a little thing for eyeshadow for her, and I was like, oh, that looked pretty good. Like, I don't even remember doing that, but I did. Maybe if we do something kind of purpley. Like something like this, and then we can shape it with just a regular eraser. I don't know, maybe that might look weird. We'll see. Let's trust the process for a minute and see how it looks. Maybe if I blur it just a little bit. Maybe a little bit softer. Very subtle. Should I make it darker? That doesn't look too bad. Or does it look like her eyes are... Should I make it more pink? Maybe something like that. That doesn't look too bad. Sure, we'll stick with that. Should I make this a multiply layer? And then I'll put it on top maybe. That way the bangs over the eyeshadow don't look too out of place. Which way do we want the light to be coming from? I feel like, we'll wing it. We'll wing it. I'm glad Kai's having fun though, because he was actually gonna go to a card game event. He got really into the Gundam card game, which came out recently, or I don't even know if it's still in like the pre whatever, but yeah, there was supposed to be an event at our local card shop today, and it got canceled because of some technical issues, aka a power outage. So yeah, that ended up not happening, which really sucks because he was really looking forward to it. So I'm glad he's having fun tonight, even if he's not at that event. They like rescheduled it or something, because yeah, you can't do anything about a power outage in that case, really. Yeah, he said he was hoping the card game would do well, because I know it doesn't have like a huge, like, I guess, fan base. I thought he was getting into Magic. Yeah, he's been getting into a lot of stuff. A lot of card game related stuff. He's been playing Magic on the weekends with his friends too, but those same friends are also, they're all really into Gundam. Like, he's been into Gundam for a pretty long time. Like, he does all the Gunpla and stuff. He got me to build some Gunpla at some point too. So yeah, it's a lot of hobbies at once, pretty much. But yeah, since the Gundam game card game just came out, he's been really into that. Right now, since it's so new, it's a lot of building their decks, I think. XXXX? What does that mean? What does XXX mean? I heard Sammy Do is Kai's best man for the wedding. Yeah, I'm the bride and the best man. I'm something of an overachiever myself. Nah, the best man actually has appeared in Kai's stream before. I won't call him out though. But yeah, he's a cool guy. He's someone we went to college with. So we lived with him in our last year of school, which was right during the pandemic. So we quarantined with this guy. This guy. That's weird calling him this guy, but yeah, good times. I feel like when you quarantine with people, like, I don't know, it's definitely a bonding experience. I know lots of families were going crazy over it. Being in the same people's presence all the time can be really tiring, even if you do really care for them. This music sounds really. Is it from Clair Obscure? Where is it? Trees. I feel like it is. I feel like these ones were added to the playlist by accident because the playlist is called Studio Ghibli Piano Covers. Um, but then there's random Clair Obscure music in here. Here, I'll switch to more Ghibli stuff. I don't want to accidentally. Yeah. Music quiet? Oh, let me turn it up. Let me know if you can hear that. I say that, but the music is also just quiet music. Yeah, let me know how that volume is. Music sleepy? Yeah. Low key? Yeah. I was listening to it because Kai and I were talking about doing Ghibli music for the wedding ceremony, or like at least Ghibli inspired stuff. So I've been listening to these playlists a lot. Yeah, like Spirited Away has a lot of good ones. There are a lot from like shows or movies that I don't even like. I don't think I've seen, which I will say there's a lot that I haven't seen. But I'm like, wow, I feel like I need to go on a little bit of a Ghibli binge. Do you guys say Ghibli or Ghibli? I know there's good arguments for both. But it's sad that Sammy is more consistent with than Mochi and Kai with streaming. That's okay. I mean, for both of them, early on they were both pretty consistent. Who knows? Maybe I'll disappear off the face of the earth one day too. Although I do really enjoy this so far, so like, I don't know. Knock on wood. Hopefully I don't suddenly hit a rut and it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. But you never know. It could happen. Yeah. And I think for Vanilla, I think part of his situation is both his seasonal job has started up again, and also uh, his neighbor, someone moved in upstairs from him with a really loud dog that isn't very like in control, I guess. Like it's not a particularly disciplined dog, so it's a really loud dog and the walls are thin, so he's been worried about it being too loud if he tries to stream. I told him he should try it anyways, but I think around then, like I said, was also when his seasonal job picked up again, so maybe we'll see him again one day. Yeah, it's hard to be consistent with it too. Like like I said, life happens. And I already know I'm probably gonna take a fat break when I get married because, you know, between wedding, honeymoon stuff, like it's gonna be a lot of back-to-back stuff. So I might just formally make it a break. I'm gonna keep going as much as I can, maybe stream here and there in between, but yeah, I don't want to like outwardly be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep a normal stream schedule and then kind of fall back on it. The question is, when does that break start? When should I start that break? Because in my head, I feel like I can go right up until like maybe a couple days before the wedding and just call it normal. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, is that practical? Is that reasonable? Because if I'm already having panicky moments now that kind of make me not want to stream on certain days, like I imagine closer to the wedding, it's only going to get worse. Yeah, we'll see. We'll play by ear. Okay. Let's just block off a whole bunch of this for now. All of this can be shaded. That was a really big tip for me, or that I saw that really helped, was like when you first start shading things, think in big pieces first. Think in like overall shapes. Give yourself a ratio like 30%, 33% or something, and just fill in approximately that much of each like individual shape, and then worry about the like details later. So just kind of block it all in first. I still don't think my execution is like totally great, but it does help speed the process up and kind of help me visualize, or like forces me to visualize what I'm trying to, like what shapes am I trying to convey here. Like, how does her hand, like, it's not real, there's not too much going on. That might be fine, honestly. I'm gonna go back to the armpits over here though, because I feel like that rule can also apply here. Just block out a little more than you think you need. Or not like more than you think you need, but just kind of make it a little blob. If you look up like Ghibli wedding entrance, this one comes up a lot actually. But I feel like this gives off like an almost sad vibe if you don't like, not like sad, but like kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Like almost remorseful. Just from an outside perspective. It's from Totoro, so it's like not that bad, but I don't know, something about this doesn't quite feel right, but maybe it's the fact that I have the shadow on both sides instead of... Maybe that's okay. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. Let's take like this red color, shade it a bit. I should give her some blush too. Just a soft shadow. Similar this way. Probably on the hand too, just to even it out. And for Mercy. Okay. Should do her hair next. And group these. Yeah, let's do her hair next. I do want to put a little bit of a quote-unquote reflection, whatever you want to call it. It's a subtle thing, but I feel like it brings it together a little bit. Melancholy. One last message before I get off. Oh my gosh, I missed it though. Melancholy. Yes, that is the word I was looking for. Sorry, I got totally sucked into this. But yeah, have a good night. You're gonna be sad during the wedding. 2 out of 3 weddings have crying. Yeah, I will probably almost definitely be crying. The only thing that might save me from the crying is the fact that I know people will be watching, but that hasn't stopped me in some cases, so yeah. Like, I think, yeah, there's certain kinds of music that just make me tear up so much, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I'll be able to help it. It's just gonna happen. I'll do my best to help it. We'll see how long I go before I have a little meltdown. Oh, I missed a little bit on the line right here too. You see those pixels? You see those right there? I missed it. Unforgivable. This layer. Look at that. I missed a spot. Perfect. Crisis averted. Oops. I think I moved something on my overlay. I hope it wasn't important. Oh, that might have been a little bit important. that's fine. I guess we'll find out next time someone redeems hydrate or something, and then if it's slightly offset, then we'll know. I think that's the only thing that's like lined up is the hydrate redeem. I have that animation that plays where it like dunks water on me. Should be fine. I think I put it back in the same spot. Oops. Is it this color? Yeah. I don't know if I like this shadow actually. Let me just start this over. There's no method to this madness. I'm just throwing things on here. If it looks okay, then I keep it, and if it doesn't, then we have this magical button called the undo button. I saw a book I really wanted about Indian history, but it's $54. Ooh, I see. Is it like a textbook, or is it like a kind of just a regular history, like nonfiction kind of thing? Sounds interesting though. Ooh, I like those emotes. What's that last one? It's like crying, despair. I like it. I like the vibe of that one. The panicky crying eyes. Academic book? Nice, I see. Well, that's unfortunate that it's so expensive. Where do you normally get your books? Do you go to like a local bookstore, or do you usually like shop online for it? I feel like when I was younger, I loved just hanging out in like the bookstore near my high school and stuff. That and the library, but I feel like people, like kids, not to sound like an old like lady, but kids nowadays don't know the joys of just hanging out at a bookstore, local bookstore when I can. That's good. It's always nice to support local bookstores. They're good for the community. Man, I miss going to the library just randomly, just for fun. Not that I can't do that anymore, but I don't know. It feels like a lost hobby. Just a little bit. My sister's really into reading now. So she's a big bookish girly. Yeah, this music is sleepy. Sammy glitch for every time Sammy glitches out. It happens all the time, I feel like. I don't know what causes it. I mean, part of it might be if I like lean out of frame, like there it got lost, but I feel like it's a little bit different. Like sometimes it'll just like freeze and then do like the fast motion, like blah, 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 blah. And this is such a simple model too. This is the one that I made in like literally a day. So I do wonder if I make like a bigger or like a more involved model, if it'll glitch out even more. Hopefully it doesn't. I gotta get working on that if I want to make that self-imposed deadline of having it by my birthday. That is still my goal. Sammy will turn 1 year older, and then also have another model. Sammy needs some less sleepy music. Low key, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe I'll switch to Stream Cafe. You guys like that idea? Stream Cafe tends to be a little more awake. I don't remember which ones are which. This one seems a little upbeat. It's still like calm music, but it's a little more awake. Sammy put a curtain wall. What does that mean? Oh wait, Sammy. Normally 2 comics are $12, so I'm paying double. Oh, I see, I see. Sammy needs K-pop because it runs in the family. You know what's funny is no one in my family, or like in my immediate family, no one was like really, really into K-pop, except my dad randomly, like in the last few years, got really into BTS for some, not like really into BTS, but he like discovered BTS and he was like, wow, like I was surprised. Of all the people in my family, I was not expecting my dad to be into BTS. So I jokingly got him like these like BTS playing cards for Christmas, I think. Yeah, or was it in New York when we visited New York? They had like that. I don't know if you like K-pop stores or whatever. Maybe like BTS themed stores or something, and then. And I was like, my dad's pretending not to recognize these, but I was like, I know you know who these are. Like, you know the little mascots that BTS has? It was like that all over the store. I was like, Dad, it's your boys. Nah, curtain wall is peak. I'll always be a curtain wall glazer. What is that? Is that K-pop? Sorry, I'm a bit uncultured on that front. Put on one of their songs, live reaction time. Will I get copyright struck if I do? I get really paranoid about that. Or should I just put it on like quietly? I could like mute it or something. Curtain Wall is an indie band. Should I play it on stream right now? Here, I'll play it off stream sometime. I'm nervous about playing things on the fly on here, but maybe I'll look at it off stream. Small, I see. My coworker's in a band actually. I keep coming across his band's TikTok. They do like goofy stuff on TikTok. One of their videos went semi-viral. It was a pretty funny one. Yeah, they're like a rock band of some sort. Pretty cool, I think. Yeah, he has band practice every week, which I only remember because when we used to figure out like work schedules and stuff, that would usually be a factor. It's cool though. It was actually really funny because one of my coworkers at my old job also was in a band. I didn't think much of it. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool that you're in a band. It came up a few times in the context of work, but like nothing too crazy. And I was talking to my current coworker about like he went to like some music festival, and he was like, oh yeah, I have a couple friends who are in my band, but they're also in another band. And I found out that someone in that band is also in civil engineering, which is what we do. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. And then he was telling the story, and then like some story with the guy that he was talking about, and then he said his name, and I was like, wait a second, is it this person? And it turned out the person he was talking about was my former coworker. So I was like, oh my god, small world. Like, what is it with civil engineers and music? Like, I'm not in a super music heavy like hobby, but one of my friends in school was actually a music minor. So I was like, man, there's something about civil engineering and music, like some kind of overlap, which kind of exists in a lot of fields. Because I was talking to a couple electrical engineer friends, and they were like, yeah, there's a weird trend. Again, not everyone, but there's a lot of like swim team to electrical engineer pipeline people. Kai's cousin being one of them, and two of our friends, both of whom are in our wedding, also were on the swim team. Like they did swimming in high school, and they are now electrical engineers. I've been listening since 25k monthly listeners. Oh wow, that's cool. I believe Twitch has a copyright protection option. Oh, I see. Maybe I'll look into it first on my own time, though. I'm pretty sure they just mute it, but I want to be safe. I don't want to risk anything. I'm a goody two shoes rule follower. Most of the time. Sometimes. Not always. I say that, but I feel like a lot of people who know me would be like, no, you are goody two shoes. But not exactly, like, not all the time. Yeah, I feel like everyone in my family has this very tame impression of me, which is fair. I think for the most part I am very tame. But I will say, I one time just casually brought up the fact that like I was telling some stories about college, and I brought up a frat party that I had gone to. I remember my mom and I think my sisters too were like, "Wait, you've been to a frat party?" And I was like, "Yeah, I went to frat parties pretty regularly for a little bit. Not like super regularly and not for a super long time, but like enough." And once I said it and like saw everyone's reactions, I was like, you know what? I don't think that's something that people expected of me. So maybe I should have like eased into that story a bit. I think the person I remember the reaction from the most was, I think Kai's sister was like, "I can't believe you went to a frat party before I did." I was like, "Oh, do I give off the no parties kind of vibe?" I mean, probably. Because I'm not gonna lie, like after a while I was so over it. It was not my favorite thing. It was cool that I did it. I don't regret doing it, but yeah, I got over it really fast. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Cassie was still in the room with me. She's literally like 3 feet away from my feet. So I have a laundry basket right next to like my table, and she was sleeping in the clothes, and I forgot she was there, and I just heard her yawn. I'm shocked, and I've never been to one. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the college that I went to, but it's just so like dirty. Not even like dirty, like sexual dirty. I just mean like around all the houses, it's like super muddy. Like I remember the reason I was going to these parties was because one of my friends was in a sorority, and so she was like always bringing me and some of like my roommates and some of our other friends to these parties every weekend. And she would always be like, "Oh, wear shoes you don't care about, because it's super muddy around the houses, and then the mud tracks into the houses, and then it's just dark, and people are drinking, and there's music blasting so loud that you really can't hear anything." Which is like fine if you're drunk enough already. That's why you like pregame and stuff. But then I don't know. After a while, I was like, okay, I think I've had enough of this. I think I get the idea. I can say I experienced it now, but I think I'm ready to just chill out. No more for me. Because it was literally like, it felt like every weekend for the entire quarter there was something. And like the friend of mine who was in the sorority, she would have a list of all the frats that were having parties that weekend. She would have a schedule of like, oh, if this one ends up not being very fun, we can go to this one, and so on and so forth. We went to one, I remember, she was like, oh my gosh, they ran out of alcohol, and it's only 10 p.m. and they don't have any alcohol anymore, and so everyone left. So there's all kinds of stuff. There's a whole culture around it that I feel like I would never fully get into. Like there's the whole like if you're a girl, you can really get into any party, which is like, it sucks, but that's kind of the culture of it. And then like guys have to pay a fee to get in, which I forgot about until one of my, I think, cousins or someone was talking about, and I was like, oh, I forgot that guys need to pay to get into parties. Partially because of the liability thing. Not that girls can't also be a liability, but just like one of those things. But I was like, yeah, it was too much to keep up with. I was like, I'm okay. It's cool that I went, and I appreciate her for taking me. But after a while, I was like, I think I'd rather just stay home. Hello, how are you? Hi, Bacon, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Working on some Ironmouse art. I've been yapping away about who knows what. Just now we were talking about colleges and college frat parties and party culture. Tried it for a bit and then was like, I'm okay. It was cool to like kind of get dressed up and stuff ahead of time too, but I've never been one for like hair, makeup, clothes, stuff like that. I think the friends that I was with enjoyed it a lot more than I did, but because of that, they really enjoyed dressing me up. So that was pretty fun. Um, yeah, they're like, "Oh, what kind of makeup do you normally wear?" And I'm like, "That's the thing, I don't." So I don't know what to do. Um, yeah, they also had like methods for like, oh, here's how to make your boobs look bigger. She had this whole double push-up bra method, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's wild. It worked though, but I was like, that's too much for me, I think. Especially for someone like me, I don't have much to push up in the first place. The art looks really good, thanks. It is coming along. Yeah. Just kind of taking our time rendering it and stuff. Yeah. I put all the hair on like so many different layers this time, which I feel like wasn't super necessary, but that's okay. Oh, I should, since I put a shadow under the other heart, I should probably do the same here. It's kind of something like a hair clip. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what it's intended to be, because on the model it kind of just floats there. Like it's attached, but it kind of has a little bit of physics too, so it kind of jiggles around a little bit. Very fun to rig, but kind of hard to like figure out how to interpret it, I think. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, there we go. Let's clear that. Pigtails. I think most of it will be pretty like shaded. I think some people put makeup on their chest to make it look like they have boobs. Yeah, there's that whole like contouring method too. That friend of mine, she would do both. She would put on the 2 push-up bras, and there was this whole scooping method where she was like, oh, pull your boob up and in or something like that on both sides so that it kind of sits on top of the push-up part, and then she would like contour it and stuff. I mean, it was really impressive because I will say she was also like pretty flat. I still think I'm a bit flatter, but she was pretty flat. But she made it look like there was like she held those girls up. Let me say. Yeah, some girls have magic like that. I fear I am not one of those girls. But it's times like this where I'm like, because I'm like trying to, get married and stuff, I kind of wish I was a little more like that and like, a little better with that kind of stuff. But I've been managing. I've been surviving. It comes with a lot of needing to be humble and be like, yeah, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to a lot of these things, so I'm gonna need a lot of help. But that's the first step, is admitting you need help. I don't think I've ever had a huge problem with that, to be fair, but yeah. Let's get some really occurred to me that her horns are white until like literally just now. Because I feel like I always see her models with like dark horns. But I think the bat ears probably also kind of help with that, like, illusion, I guess. Or I don't know if you would call that an illusion, but like if you didn't give me a reference and you asked me what color Ironmouse's horns were, I'd probably say they were black or like a really dark purple. I think some of her models probably do have horns that color, but I was looking at this reference. This is the one that she has pinned on Twitter. I'm like, oh, they're actually white. At least on this one. Maybe it's like a Mandela effect, the Mandela effect kind of thing too. I don't know. Like even things like her eye color, because that's not always consistent either. I know her most recent models, they mostly have like pink eyes, or like pinkish purple eyes. Yeah, her model mamas always do a really good job with her eyes. I feel like I can't quite do it justice, but her models tend to have such pretty eyes. I saw on Facebook recently about the Mandela effect for Mulan. Ooh, what was that one? I saw someone, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really stupid. Yeah, that's the one. Apparently people didn't remember Little Brother. I saw someone post that and I thought that was so stupid. I was like, that's not a Mandela effect. That's just someone who doesn't remember the movie. Because the whole scene where you first see Mulan, like the whole scene where she introduces herself, Little Brother is running around feeding the chickens. Like, yeah, I saw that. I hard disagree. They said it was Mandela effect. I don't think it's Mandela effect. I think that one is literally just people don't remember the movie because, yeah, like that's literally when we meet Mulan. Within the first 30 seconds of meeting Mulan, she goes and straps the chicken food to Little Brother. And Little Brother's the little dog that runs around, even if you don't remember his name. He runs around, he's feeding the chickens are running around, she's getting ready, and the scene ends with her showing up at the shrine with her dad, and Little Brother runs around again. Like, I get that he wasn't like a super important character, but I don't think it's the fact that people didn't remember he existed. I feel like it's just people didn't remember that scene at all. Because the Mandela effect is like literally just remembering it as something else. Like if they remembered a completely different scene or something, then maybe that could be a Mandela effect. I think this is just people being forgetful. I know that it's not like a super important thing to be upset about, but I saw the post and I just thought it was so silly. Maybe I'm just a little too into like older Disney movies. There was a point, actually that same friend that brought us to all the like frats and stuff, she was a big Disney nerd, and one time we had a competition to see who could recognize Disney songs fastest, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would recognize them that fast, but I beat her like by a lot. Like it would be like the first second of the song, like the first note even, and I listened to my Disney playlist enough where I was like, oh, I actually do know exactly what song this is and what version it is, and like all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know if I could still do that nowadays. It's been a long time since I regularly listened to like Disney movie music, and I've definitely haven't really kept track or kept up with some of the newer movies, I think. But there was a time where I would say I was pretty good at identifying Disney music. Yeah. Back when it was like, I think what it was called back then was being a Dis nerd. I had a whole Pinterest board with like Disney fun facts and stuff. It was something that I was quite like weirdly hyper fixated on. Not necessarily Disney specifically, but like I think cartoons and animations in general. A lot of them just happen to be Disney. So I was really into that kind of stuff. I still enjoy like movie fun facts and behind the scenes stuff, so I guess that much hasn't changed too much. But yeah, now there's a whole stigma around Disney adults and stuff, which I will say I think that relates a little more to people who are really really into Disney parks and Disney merch and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a at least I used to be a really big enjoyer of like Disney. Like I remember seeing the first teaser like posters and trailers and stuff for like Disney movies for like Frozen. I remember listening to Demi Lovato's version of Let It Go before the movie came out. And so when I saw the movie in theaters and Let It Go came on, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I listened to the Demi Lovato version of this while I study." And like, you know how I said that familiar music makes me cry for no reason? I literally teared up when it came on the movie because I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize this song, but it's like a different version of the song, right? It's like it starts out a lot calmer. So yeah, it that was a interesting memory of mine. I don't know what to do with that information, but my mom has a lot of Disney clothes and accessories, as you know, but her knowledge is so bad. Like you said in My Little Mermaid, like, oh, you said in My Little Mermaid IG posts. Oh yeah, and when you posted on Instagram and she was you were having her sing the Little Mermaid song. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like what else is like that? Um, as you saw, okay. Yeah, I feel like there's something that I feel like my mom is kind of like that with too, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh, Pokemon. You know how she's really into Pokemon Go? Or she used to be. She actually got back into it like very, very recently, but I won't get into that. But bit of a tangent story time. My mom was so into Pokemon Go. It came out in 2016, so it was the year that I graduated high school and I went off to college. And I remember we went to move me in for college, and she was so like fascinated with all the Pokemon she was able to find on Pokemon Go. So into it. It got to a point where she had 2 accounts. She would like rotate the accounts because we lived across the street from a Pokemon gym, and the neighbors, like all the neighborhood Pokemon Go players, thought she was a bot. Her username was like Pokemon with a bunch of numbers after it. Um, and people thought like at some point she met some of the other players that would come by the gym, and they were like, oh my god, I thought you were a bot because I would like drive over here, I would put my Pokemon in the gym, and by the time I drove home, Pokemon had already like knocked my Pokemon out and taken the gym back. And she had a schedule, she had a whole rotation and everything. So huge on Pokemon. Could not for the life of her remember the proper names for some of the Pokemon. Oh my gosh, my model's lagging again. She literally, I remember one time we were at the dentist and she's like, oh my gosh. And we're like, oh, what happened? Like, we thought it was something important. And she holds up her phone and it's like Magneton or something. And she goes, it's Magneto. I'm like, Mom, what do you mean Magneto? Or like, my sister's favorite Pokemon for a while was Piplup. And she was like, oh, that's Puplup. That's Plup. I'm like, that's so close. That's so close, Mom. But yeah, she was really into Pokemon Go. She stopped playing maybe like 4 years ago when my sister went off to college. But then literally less than a week ago, apparently she opened it back up and started playing again. Just for fun, you know? And yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I feel like there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to like relearn and like get back into because there's all these new features and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's why I haven't really gotten super back into it. One of my friends plays a lot. A couple of my friends do actually. Oh my gosh, my hiccups are getting me. So Kai has recently been opening it now and then. Not playing like super regularly, but like there's a couple Pokestops near us, so he'll like open it and spin it from his desk at work, or like his desk in the living room during work sometimes. So your mom and my mom are definitely sisters. Haha, yeah, pretty much. Being really into things, but also somehow knowing very little about them. Yeah, there are some things that my mom's like pretty okay with, like things like Harry Potter. She's really into, and she's very knowledgeable about that, I think. I remember one time we were, I think, at Universal Studios with my mom and your mom, and we were in line for like the Hogwarts ride. You know, the one that goes through the castle? And then your mom was taking pictures with some of the like statues and paintings on the inside. And my mom was like going hardcore Harry Potter fan. Not like hardcore, but she was getting so annoyed. And she asked her mom, like, do you even know what that is? And your mom's like, no, I just thought it was cool. And my mom's like, oh my gosh, that's like whatever from the movie or from this or that. I don't know Harry Potter the way that my mom does, so I don't even remember what it was. I just remember it was a very like sisterly moment where it was like, oh, you're not a real fan of whatever, and they were just bickering, not like fighting, but they were just bickering like sisters do. Oh yeah, I know that, right? Especially in Japan. Yeah. Did I share that story with you? I don't know. Oh, you might have. I think. You know what? Remind me. I'm not sure if I'm remembering the right thing. I might not have heard that story. What is this? Oh, that's the wrong layer. That's why. This should be. I was so confused. I was like, I'm drawing, but nothing's happening. This is like way up here. Yeah, let's put some lines on these sleeves. Maybe I'll do a littler. I'm trying to think where it would like fold and stuff. Over here is kind of weird because it like that's where the thumb sticks out. The one where I was in the wheelchair and they took us through the line in the elevator. When we went up, they sent us back down and we ended up in the gift store without getting on the ride and had to find someone who spoke English to get us on the ride. Oh, okay, I do remember that because you still had your injury, so you were in a wheelchair, and instead of putting you on the ride, they were like, oh, you're probably trying to leave. That is funny. I feel like I would be so nervous going somewhere like Japan where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't speak Japanese well enough, and like no one's like people don't speak English for the most part. You guys ended up getting on the ride eventually though, right? I assume so. That's funny though. I mean, funny in hindsight. Maybe in the moment it was like, what the heck? What do we do now? Yes, we did, thankfully. Haha. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's just merge all this. And then what should we use for the shadow color? Just like mask that. This is Animal Crossing music. I'm gonna get back into Animal Crossing. I was watching someone I follow, Arisa VTuber. She was playing Animal Crossing the other day, and I was kind of watching her stream while I was working. I was like, ooh, I do want to play Animal Crossing. I think she started over. So she was at the point where she was trying to get her island to 3 stars. So she was like decorating. She was kind of putting random furniture around to try to get it to 3 stars. And her front area, like right by the seaport, she had this whole crosswalk like street area set up, and she had a truck and like this like I think it was a CPR dummy, but it just looks like a person who's like fallen or like laying down. So she made it look like a whole crime scene where the guy's laying on the floor, there's a truck in front of him. I think she found a Nintendo Switch Lite item, or she got one from a friend, and she put it right next to the guy, so it made it look like he was playing on the Switch and then got hit by a truck. very interesting to watch, I think. A little more. Sure. I guess while we're here, may as well do the same thing for the sleeve. Maybe I'll round this a little. Round this out a little bit more. Okay, we'll use that same color on the other pink parts. So like the jacket and the shirt, which the shirt part actually, it needs that pattern too. We'll just add that after. I think I'm fine with just adding it after. In the meantime, let's just get this shape out here. Dun, 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 dun. Just do the jacket while we're here, wherever it is. Here it is. Oops. Clip. Okay, maybe I'll just fill this whole thing in. And over here, just kind of something like that. Yeah. Almost making progress. I might add some lines to her horns actually. You know what, maybe, where are they? Where are her horns? I'm thinking maybe I'll fill this in with like a purplish color. And then add some lines in white. If I love horns and character design. One of the first outfits in Project Sekai that I really wanted to get was the hermit set where they had the like little ram horns. That was a really cute one. And then I did fan art of it. I posted it, and then I pulled the Enna card like I think 2 or 3 times during the rerun, which was great, except I didn't get any of the other cards. I was like, okay, that's enough Enna. I kind of wanted like maybe one of each. Did not happen. It's fine, but I was like, damn, that fan art was too powerful. The game interpreted that as, oh, you only want Enna. Because like there's not no benefit to pulling duplicates, but there's kind of no benefit to pulling duplicates because they all just go to your green room, and then what's that? I missed this spot, I guess. They all just go to your green room and get converted to the what do you call it, like those crystals and stuff anyways. Is that on the line art maybe? Might be. It is. Where is that? It's somewhere here. Wasn't it? Didn't I? It's somewhere in here. I'm confused. What layer is that on? Oh. There we go. Oh my gosh, so much work just for that. Okay, cool. Okay, still quite a bit to be done, but we're making progress. I'm gonna take another break because I kind of need the bathroom again. Let's see. Let me get this timer going so that we can make sure we don't disappear for too long. Anyone who joins partway in will know where I'm at and know how long it'll be before I'm back. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Everyone can chill out for the next 15 minutes and we will be right back. I'm back. Okay, let's get rid of that and dive right back into it. We're almost done with the rendering. Then we can just, shade in line art and then probably call it good. I say that, it still might take longer than I think, but we'll see. Off the bat, I already feel like there's a line here that I forgot on the sleeve, but actually I will add that really quick. Wherever that is. It's always a question of where the heck did I put all my unnamed layers. That's the back one, so somewhere up this way. Here it is. Forgot this guy. I think I remember now because this is technically behind there, so now I have to erase this part. That's no biggie. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. Okay. Let's maybe use the same. Oh wait, I guess I changed this. Start with this color, this purplish color for the shadow here. Oh, that is way too light. Never mind. Okay, I'll start with this. Look at the big picture and then adjust as needed. Should I shade this whole thing in? I don't want to shade all of it in, but here, I'll go like that and then just erase parts of it. Do I want to maybe go like this? Sure, that looks not too bad. Let's go to the other side. I feel like all of this can be shaded and then maybe something like that. Question mark. Maybe like that. Why not? Yeah, okay, sure, why not? Well, actually, I feel like over here. Man, I'm so indecisive. But then if I do that, then I feel like this also needs to... Nah, I'll just leave it how I had it before. Okay, sure, yeah. Let's also put these little flowers on her chest. I think they're flowers. It is really hard to tell in this picture. Yeah, nothing else on here. Maybe I should just skip it. I could just draw some like roses or something. I think that's fine. I saw this tutorial on how to draw roses like back in like middle school or something, and I still kind of generally follow that same recommendation, I guess, where you start with just one little petal and then just kind of banana peel your way out. Just kind of layer the petals a little bit. I mean, it works. You just kind of follow pretty much how a rose would normally like grow, I guess. Not that I'm like super knowledgeable about flowers, but like that's what it looks like it grows like. That was also something that was kind of rough. I was like, oh, do you guys have any particular flowers you want for your wedding? And I'm like, I don't really know flowers like that. I think they're pretty, but I am not like, if you ask me what kind of flowers are my favorite, I don't know. They just look nice and I enjoy them. I feel like this does not look quite right. I'll definitely make this a little more faded after a while, or after I get it out here, but I at least just want to throw this onto the page. Okay, I almost just want to duplicate it. I don't tend to go the lazy route like that, but I'm gonna just blur it a little too. It's just a pattern. Okay, let me clip this to this. I don't know if I like that. Maybe just leave it like that, and that's fine. It's like barely there, but I think that's okay. Yeah, let's just merge all this. Throw some highlights on there. Oops, not drawing assist, clipping mask. a soft thing at the top. Well, I don't know if I like that. I feel like there should be some kind of like maybe, because I probably do the same thing for the leather. Let's stick with that for now. Let's do all the straps and stuff. Maybe that'll make it look a little more cohesive. I almost want to like just soft shade the rest of this. Some like reflections on here, like, or not like reflections, but like alright, that's looking pretty leathery, I think. Excuse me, oh my goodness. Let's erase a few parts. And by a few, I guess I just mean that part. Maybe like right here too. Okay, and how about down here? I need a bigger brush for that. Parts here, especially with this jacket, although that part I think maybe like just here. Nope, nothing's there anyways. Ah, oh. Okay. Sure, that's looking pretty all right, I think. Maybe this have a little bit more. Shade it nice and softly. Okay, this part also needs that. silvery parts. I'm just gonna merge these, not merge them, group them. Yeah, the metal parts, and then we can do the line art. And we're chilling. I feel like I've been kind of just quiet, locked in since the last break, but I feel like this part, I won't say it's not fun, but I'm at the point in the night where it feels a little bit more like I just want to get this part done and see how it looks all finished. These parts I can be a little sloppier because it kind of comes off as like reflections, I feel like. Let's do some white too. It's like lo-fi, Ghibli. Okay, it's like a subtle detail, but things that I'll know is there. Oh, actually, you know what? The red parts of her accessories. Oh, and the bat wings, but I think that shouldn't be too much. Okay, well, bat wings. Just kind of just a little bit here. All right. Got the little red hair clips here. Oops. I don't want to go overboard on that either. And I'm really sad that I can't make it to Stella's birthday thing. I might be able to lurk on the weekday parts from work, but man, I was really excited when she invited me to hang out with her on her birthday stream, but I was like, oh man, time zone debuff. It's okay, we'll make it up though. I'm determined to finish the Ironmouse art today so that the rest of the week I can work on art for Stella's birthday. And I don't have to worry about her popping in because, like I said, time zone debuff. She will probably be asleep by the time I start streaming. But yeah, that is definitely the next thing I want to work on. I already sketched some stuff out. I didn't fully finish. No, actually, maybe I did finish the sketch. I worked on it during work, but yeah. Ooh, my cousin's cat is named Stella, and someone gifted her a bridal shower, or gifted her, at her bridal shower, a charm with Stella's picture to put in her bouquet since obviously she can't be at the wedding. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, Stella's a friend of mine. She does a lot of different variety like games for her streams, but one of the things that she does that I think is really cool is she does like tarot readings. Like she does tarot like fortune telling streams and stuff. which is pretty cool. But yeah, should do one for Cassie. Yeah, maybe we'll have some way to not honor sounds like she's like not around, but like to recognize Cassie at the wedding. I think at least we're gonna have a photo booth, so we'll probably have like a cutout of Cassie too, so I think that'll be fun. Yeah, and then in our trading cards, one of the ones that we have is a little one of Cassie. So yeah, I tried to get into tarot a little because I bought Card Captor Sakura cards. Ooh, I've never gotten like super into it. Oh no, ads. Ah, sorry. Let me know when you're out of the ads. But yeah, you could start a fortune telling thing too. Yeah, I never got super into tarot cards. Like I enjoy watching other people read them, but I still feel like I don't fully understand which cards are what. Card Captor Sakura is cool. I wanna rewatch that. I think I started rewatching it a while ago, but I didn't get very far. Maybe I'll give it another try. That and Sailor Moon. I remember in high school one of my friends got back into Sailor Moon, or like was rewatching Sailor Moon, and she was telling us about all the adult jokes that you miss as a kid, especially in Sailor Moon. That's definitely a rewatch and see what I find kind of thing though. Reflection, I think that makes it look a little bit better. Here, I'll color the line art and then we can add the little like mouse script or whatever you want to call that. I think coloring wise, I think this is pretty solid. If anything, here, maybe I'll do one more thing. I'll make the hair clips a little shiny. Just a little bit. Something like that. Are the ads done? Are we back? Are we free? Okay, I recall you were mentioning the booster packs with Cassie. Yeah. So the trading cards that we do have one card that has like a little drawing of Cassie on it. What else? Oh yeah, tarot cards. I think it's really cool that you got the Card Captor Sakura ones. Yeah, I thought it would be cool to get into like tarot cards and stuff, but I feel like there are so many to keep track of, so I mostly just watch other people. Like if the like for example, when Stella does like fortune readings and stuff, I'll like lurk in her stream and she'll tell people's like fortunes and stuff, which I think is really neat. But yeah, her birthday is coming up, so yeah, I think her streams are a little more East Coast friendly because that's where I think that's her time zone. But if you can catch it, I'll probably link it. I'll probably stream again sometime this week if I work on her birthday art. It's not like specifically birthday art, it's just art that happens to be for her birthday. But yeah, I'll link her channel and stuff. I think she's listed on like my recommended channels too. But yeah, I don't remember the last time she did a tarot stream, but I think that would be cool to pop into again. Yeah, it was really hard to remember without relying on instructions manual. Yeah, I feel like I don't understand how people do it without guides. I know some people just kind of have the guide up with them. I'm like, there's too many things to remember, like technical, like, oh, this one's a bad card, but if it's paired with this one, it can technically mean something good, and things like that. So, yeah. You could start a fortune-telling business. There was someone else I I watch her sometimes, but I didn't watch her tarot reading stream, but she did a few, and like a bunch of big events happened in the, I guess, former company that she was at, and everyone was like, oh my god, she predicted everything with her tarot stream. Which maybe she did, or maybe it was a coincidence, but it was quite a few coincidences, I will say. Company imploding, people leaving, all sorts of stuff that happened. The bubbles will rise. Is Cassie card the gold crown card in your booster packs? We tried to, so we got like, the only like difference, there's some that are like, I guess, quote unquote full art, and then some that are like regular, and we did some that were supposed to be kind of holographic. They came out a little bit dark, like just from a manufacturing point of view. Yeah, we'll skip that. But yeah, nothing too crazy. It would be cool to have a little more variance and rarity, but we are limited. Maybe one day. We'll do bubble cat trading cards one day. I don't think they would be too popular, if I'm being honest, but if one day I got enough people to be interested in bubble cat trading cards, I would totally do it. The bubbles will rise. Welcome in, Crimsit, by the way. I don't know if I said hi, but hello. True, but still really cool. Yeah. Maybe by the time it's your turn, or maybe for your birthday or something, we'll do Skittles trading cards. Okay, yeah, let's start filling in the line art a little bit. It's bigger. I'm in the locked in portion of the stream. I'm like, or at least I'm trying. I'm trying to lock in. Slightly less distracted, but not all the way. I won a full deck of 52 cards as bubble cats. That was actually one of our original ideas for the wedding favors, was not necessarily trading cards, but like playing cards. And I was gonna do 52 cards like that, but that would have been a lot of cards to draw. I started doing some, and I was like, okay, this is turning into a lot more than I thought. And like, I think also just throughout the process, it's really easy to lose motivation, and I didn't want to like half-ass a whole bunch of cards. So I was like, okay, trading cards, I can get away with drawing fewer cards, but still have some variety. So I ended up doing that. What was that line? Oh, I think that's part of the jacket. Maybe I should get rid of that line. I'll keep it for now. What is this? The colors of the fingertips kind of throwing me off a little. M is for Mousy. A little easier than doing I for Ironmouse. I feel like that looks... I mean, I guess it could have been like holding up a number 1. That would have worked. I'm curious how animation works. I never really looked it up. On this one, so depends on what program you use, but for Procreate, give me a second. Let me switch to a different file. Hello, it's my face. Do I have an animation file? Here's this one actually. So this one. So in this case, each layer just counts as its own frame. So I tend to like draw a frame and then just duplicate it and start moving things around. If I like move, like in this case, the hair was kind of floppy, so I did some pendulum physics, so it moves back so the hair goes in the opposite direction. So it's very tedious. There's that kind of animation, or there's what you call like digital animation, where you draw something and then you kind of build a skeleton. You use a program like, say, Adobe After Effects or something. You kind of build up a skeleton, kind of draw what you call an art mesh, which is like the backbone of each shape, and then you can kind of warp it. So like you can kind of do similar stuff here. So like you can kind of warp stuff like that, and then you add keyframes. But yeah, all sorts of different kinds of animation styles. Depends on what program you use. I've heard Toon Boom is a good one too. I haven't tried it, but a lot of people have recommended it to me. But yeah, if you ever want to get into it, I enjoy Procreate's like native animation like stuff. They also have an animation app called Procreate Dreams that came out a little while ago. I never really ended up having the time to dive into it and learn to use it well, but it's got pretty popular. Not as popular as I thought it would, but yeah, I think it's pretty neat. Yeah, Procreate itself is pretty illustration centric, I will say, with animation capabilities. Procreate Dreams was kind of what they were gonna try focusing their animation efforts into, but like I said, I've kind of got used to the regular Procreate interface and like stuff anyways, so I've just kind of stuck with it. I'm just gonna merge all these because most likely I will just use the same color for it. That tends to be what happens, even if I don't intend for that to be the case. Man, it takes me right back to the pandemic. Good times. I don't know what happened, but it glitched and paused and muted. Oh, hello? Can you hear me now though? I missed a little what you said, but it does sound cool and I would want to try it, but I don't know about investing in an iPad yet. Yeah, that's fair. What else? I think there's like free programs you can use. I don't know if I think Krita is a free art program that you can get on like a computer or laptop. That one's a little easier to use with a tablet, I think. I haven't tried it myself, and I can't remember if they have an animation like feature. But yeah, instead of those card suits, we can do other stuff like bubbles and stuff. Ooh, for like a bubble cat card game. That is true. I'm curious on what animation app you're using. This one is just Procreate. Yeah, I use Procreate for most of my stuff. Sometimes I animate in Live 2D. Live 2D, they have a free version and a paid version. I do use the paid version for making models because, primarily because the art meshes. It's really hard to limit to one page of an art mesh, which is what the free version allows. But if you do get into like rigging models or like using Live 2D, I do recommend using the free version first to learn before you dive into like paying for it. How do you do your character to follow you when you talk? My friend told me I should do a mukbang stream and it made me think it's possible to do virtual mukbang. Yeah, so I use it. There's an app called VTube Studio, but it's kind of a whole process to like draw and rig a model. But if you do want some help with it, I can probably do a simple one like this. They do have some default ones in it, but yeah, if you use VTube Studio, they have some default models. I think if you look online, some people have like free to use models and stuff on like Etsy or wherever. But yeah, it's basically a face tracking app. It's very similar concept to what do you call it? On iPhones, there's Animoji, so similar face like tracking software. Rigging is hard. I've seen it. I can already tell it. It's definitely a learning curve. This one I did really fast, but I also did it really fast with like a lot of like practice doing it for other people. So it does take a while. But yeah, you can also commission people to do it. I don't know if I will necessarily open commissions for rigging. I have considered it and put the information out there, but I feel like my rigging isn't like too crazy great, so I think my confidence in it is a little bit low. But if you ever want help, I don't know if I'll have time to do it anytime soon, but sometime down the line maybe. I would be happy to make one for you. But yeah, rigging is a little bit challenging sometimes. Some people are really good at it. Ironmouse gets like really fancy rigging, but it's also like really like the person she hires is like really expensive because it's really fancy. Some people use all sorts of other different like tracking software too and stuff. Sammy's rigging comes moderate price with moderate final products. Yeah, like I don't know if it's still on my website, but at some point on my website I did have like, oh, if you're interested, this is ballpark what I would probably price it as, but I have it priced lower because the quality is probably not going to be as good as if you got it from someone who's like been doing this for years or something. Where did I put her ears? Oh, the heck. Oh, I guess I put it on its own layer, or in its own like group, and its own layer, I guess. Okay, I missed a few. Man, I did not realize how many layers I actually created for all this. I was like, oh, it'll be pretty easy peasy. Oh my gosh, it's never gonna end. I feel like these can probably just stay like that. I say as I start coloring it anyways. This one's from Nausicaa, the song. I always forget that it's from Nausicaa. I'm always like, oh, this sounds really familiar. Here's this heart. Sammy's rigging. Oh wait, I already read that. Sammy learned rigging, made something surprisingly great with it, and stopped. I don't know. My first few rigs were I will say, pretty atrocious. I don't know if I have them on this computer actually. I wonder if I do. Maybe one day I'll go through and show all the old versions of Sammy. There's a few. Not too many, but there are a few iterations of Sammy that if you guys have followed Kai and Vanilla, you may have seen here and there a couple other Sammy variations. This is the first one that I've used on my own stream. It was one I made for April Fools just because I thought it would be kind of a silly, scuffy little thing, but it's the only one that I'm comfortable using right now. I can do this. I made my eyes bulge. That's the only interesting thing about this. Yeah, I still have to finish the art for the new model that I would like to rig and make and use eventually, but that'll be sometime in the future. Where's that other one? This one. Cool. Okay. Getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. They really would tell you to eat on stream. Yeah, my appetite is famous among my friends and family. Yeah, that's true. I feel like it would be entertaining to watch. Or at least, at least there's an audience for it. There's people who would be into that. That's probably alright. Yeah, you could get famous from eating, and then people will pay you to eat more. So then they pay for your meals. So then it's like free meals. Hey, but it slowed down over the years. You need to do one big. Oh my gosh, you scared me. Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Durian?
Durian? Durian eating stream? For Skittles and Kai durian eating stream.
Hell no.
Hell no?
Hell.
Why not?
You wanna hear something?
You're gonna fart. Oh my god. Why would you do that? Why would you just come in here and fart on my stream?
Sorry.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. What the hell? I'm marrying that.
I have the humor of of someone who thinks farts are still funny.
Husband material? Yeah, apparently. Where's the spray bottle? Oh my gosh. That's
spray
nasty.
bottle. I'm a good boy.
Okay, that's enough of that.
No. She's just acting. She calls me that daily.
I call you what?
Good boy. It's
Good
my reward.
boy. You wish I called you good boy.
Facts.
You're crazy. I cannot believe you just did that.
Dude, what?
You farted.
That was you.
Oh my gosh. This gaslighting. You put the gas in gaslighting. Does he know dad jokes? Ooh, fun fact. If you type !dad joke, Seribot will throw a dad joke at you. I do like dad jokes. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I really like just stupid jokes. Like, what's the one I always tell? What do you call a naked whale? Free Willy.
Oh, you want to see it?
No. What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. I think Kai's craving some attention. Maybe I should just hop in Discord, then you can be unhinged and from your desk. That way you don't have to come in every time.
Craving attention.
Seems like it.
I got hella bitches.
Oh. Yeah?
Yep.
I am not sure what to do with that information.
I got
The boys.
Tim Buckley.
Oh yeah. Missed that guy. Whenever Kai joins your stream, he should be rigged to Bubble Cat. Can it follow two people at once? He does have a model actually. I could rig it to a Bubble Cat, but it would have to have his own camera to track it. So we'd have to connect it to his own phone. I could rig it to a Discord reactive too, but yeah.
Oh wait, you'll meet Tim Buckley. He's gonna be at the wedding.
He will be at the wedding. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Buckley.
Yeah, Tim Buckley.
He hasn't streamed in a while either.
Yeah, Tim Buckley.
I miss Tim Buckley's streams. He streamed a lot of Splatoon for a while. I watched him.
Tim Buckley.
Do you miss Tim Buckley?
Nope.
You don't?
Nope. I
You're not
wanted to play Gundam today, but fuck.
You're not a real Tim Buckley fan.
Hell no. I'm just a fan of his body.
Oh, okay.
He's voluptuous.
Is he a fan of yours?
No.
Damn, that's unfortunate. So one-sided love.
If you were to help me, I want my blue and green eyes.
Yeah. If I were to make a model for her, yeah, that can be done.
That can be arranged.
Do I sound like
Did
that?
you rip ass?
No. Did you?
Bitch.
You did though.
Man,
My chat heard it.
every single day I wait 12 hours all to open a pack and nothing.
On TCG Pocket.
I should start smoking.
You're telling me not the smoking part. Not the smoking part. You've been getting more hits than I have in TCG Pocket.
It's vapes.
No. You're putting words in my mouth. Who's the third voice? Is there a third voice? I think it's just two voices. There's only two of us here.
Oh, or actually,
Oh, was it when Kai did that weird voice? Aren't you jealous of my luck? I am. You got both immersives. Oh my gosh, my bottle's breaking.
yeah, fuck you, bitch ass. My voice
Hey.
back.
Probably. Is that all the line art? Oh, that might actually be it. I feel like I need to make the hand a little bit lighter. Or I can leave it like that because I want to put the mousy part. Okay, so this is, I did it on the sketch. What color should I use? I'll just throw it on in like pink for now. Okay, we're gonna put a little like autograph kind of thing. What are you watching Instagram Reels in the background? Well, I know it's not TikTok. Maybe I'll make it thicker. Come on. Kind of like the idea of it ending in the little like tail that she has. Although if I want a signature like, maybe I should end it like this and then make it all connect. Hang on, the letter spacing is so off. I feel like this needs to be evened out a little bit. Mouse. I'll mess with this and then redraw it. Something like that. Okay, let's redo this again. Sammy's stream is so calm and soothing that I can't be bad during it. Then Kai comes in and flips the script. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we're just chilling here, falling asleep, taking a little nap or a little breather from the day. and then Kai brings out all the reasons to make it an 18+ stream.
What do you mean you can't be bad during it?
I mean, you can be.
I am good.
You're not a good boy.
Whoa!
Did you hear yourself the last 5 minutes?
Are you kidding?
This is so good, thanks. It's like when jungle ASMR music starts playing howling monkeys in it. What is jungle ASMR? Is that a thing? Like this. Did you just look up jungle ASMR? makes like rain sounds. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. I see what you mean. Just that? Just calming forest noises? Yeah, I could see where that would be disturbed by monkey noises.
You want to hear jungle noises from 1975?
No.
Sorry, I will not get you canceled.
You're not sorry.
I'm sorry, I will not get you canceled.
That's not a promise.
It's in my blood. That's my heritage.
Okay. If you're gonna get canceled on your own stream.
Oh no, I'm so Vietnamese.
I know you're Vietnamese.
No, I'm getting TFT videos in Vietnamese.
It knows that you're Vietnamese then.
That's great.
Okay, could kind of make it a drop shadow. Or should I make it like a glow? Ooh, I think I like that better actually. It is really hard to see, this is the thing. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Could do something like... Oh, I don't know, how do I do this? How do I make it readable? That makes it a little better. Maybe if I make it like lighter. That's not a bad idea actually. Maybe if I make this white. Okay. I might be cooking. Ooh, okay. Might be cooking. Oh my gosh. Mouse.
Soda pop.
Is that readable? Can you tell that says mouse?
It takes a minute. I am stupid.
I don't know. PNG of Kai the bubble cat would be cute. Maybe I should do that. I'll do a Kai bubble cat. How does that sound? Next time.
Whoa, bougie down.
I'll do it. I'll do a Kai bubble cat. I think I like that. Here, let me... redo my little watermark thing because last time I just kind of wrote it just because. Maybe I'll just put it over here. That's me. Turn it down a little bit. Maybe just change the background color really quick to like do purple. Purple's nice. I feel like I want to put like a pattern or something on it. Like, where's...
Gosh.
You okay?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I got my PPE ready for the site.
Work stuff. Here, I'll make this big.
Oh my god. 2 hours site. You got me fucked up.
2 hours. That's a long time. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe we'll do this with a little bit of pink. Brush. should just get rid of that altogether. I'll just do a plain background. Maybe a regular gradient. Sure, how do we feel about this, guys? Man, missed out on the signature because of the ads. Oh no, sorry, I didn't even realize that the ads were playing. It's okay, I did it really, really slowly anyways. Does Kai know how to make a grilled cheese? Probably better than me. I'm really bad in the kitchen. Kai's the kitchen guy. It looks awesome. Thanks. Can you animate a spray bottle too? I'll put a spray bottle redeem. That would actually be really funny.
Huh?
She asked for a spray bottle animation. I was like, I could do a spray bottle redeem. I put your bubble cat in the corner.
Ah!
Spray him, guys, spray him. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, not bad.
Gonna be
Oh my god, the energy in here. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that'll be something I can add to stream at some point. For now, I think we're pretty solid on this. Yeah, might post it on Twitter later. Ironmouse's 8-year streaming anniversary was actually yesterday, so I was a little late for that, but that's okay, because I didn't even know it was happening so soon. I just knew it was coming up. Anywho, for the rest of the week, whenever I end up streaming, whether that be tomorrow or after that, I'm gonna be probably working on some birthday art for Stella. Actually, you know what? Let me show you the sketch I started for that. It's over here. Still very rough, but I mentioned how she does like tarot streams and stuff. So this is the sketch I started for her. I don't have her reference pulled up on here, but I will, if I stream it, which I probably will, I'll make sure to have that up so you guys can see how pretty her model is. But yeah, I will probably work on this next time, and I'll link her channel so that people can follow her and make sure to say happy birthday to her when she's doing her birthday marathon streams. I think she's doing a few days of like 8 or 12-hour streams, I can't remember, but like a bunch of endurance streams basically. Fate is told through the cards. Wait, it looks like a character from a game I play that also used tarot cards. Yeah, she's got a very like star and moon themed vibe. She's got like purple hair and stuff. It's hard to tell with this color, or because it's not colored. But yeah, time to go by. Okay, yeah, I'm actually probably gonna wrap it up here too. But yeah, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys next time. Do we want to raid anyone? Don't feel pressured to stick around if you cannot, but
My caverns.
you're what? No.
Sorry.
Can you? No.
Alright.
Who should we raid? Let me make sure this person is not ending soon. Okay, I don't think, yeah, they tend to go for quite a while. We're gonna raid Miss Mary Mello. Mary is very sweet. She's a very welcoming VTuber. There's Carolina. Oh, for raid option. Yeah, let's raid Mary for today. She's playing Baldur's Gate with a friend, which I think is pretty cool. I enjoy watching people play Baldur's Gate. I've never played it myself. I don't think I could totally get into it, but yeah, let me get this raid thing set up. Oh my gosh, what did I just click? Okay, search. Okay, raid Mary Mello. Okay, let's start the raid. And yeah, let me send some raid messages to raid. Sub raid. Okay, if you're sub, you can use that second message. If you're not, you can use that first message. And we're gonna go ahead and raid Miss Mary Mello. We'll go say hi, we'll go say goodnight, and then I will probably get ready for bed as well. But yeah, everyone have a good night. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.